Hey, what's up guys? It's Brainbean here again. Thanks for joining me for another review video. Today we're looking at the Thermaltake Draconem RGB Mousepad. There's not a whole lot of these RGB mousepads on the market, so whenever a new one pops up, I like to take a look at it and kind of see how it stacks up against some of the other ones out there. So with that, let's go ahead and just take a look at this Thermaltake Draconem mousepad. Starting with the mousepad's construction and design, the Thermaltake eSports Draconem RGB is a hard mousepad that measures roughly 14 inches by 10 inches, giving you a nice large surface. The surface itself is microtextured for improved accuracy and facilitates smooth movement for accurate tracking. And that's absolutely the case here. In testing the Draconem with a few different mice, they were all gliding effortlessly over its high quality microtextured surface. The underside of the pad is completely covered in a non-slip rubberized surface to keep the mousepad firmly in place on the desk during use. I had absolutely no issues with sliding or movement during my time with the Draconem. For packing RGB lighting into a hard mousepad, the Draconem is surprisingly thin, coming in at just 4mm thick, or roughly the thickness of 2/4. This was a pretty nice surprise, as there wasn't a large lip on the edge of the pad to dig into my wrist. It was actually very comfortable to use. There's also a small rounded bevel on the edge for some added comfort. Because the mousepad is RGB illuminated, it does have to be plugged into the computer. This is probably the biggest drawback from an RGB mousepad, because you're basically losing a USB port for your mousepad that could be used for more practical applications. The Draconem has a simple rubberized cable with a gold-plated USB connector. Even though the cable isn't braided, it's a mousepad. It's not going to be something that you're going to be moving around a lot, so I think that's pretty forgivable here. Now moving on to the star of this show, the RGB lighting, let's first take a look at the software and how you can control your lighting options. The Draconem's lighting software is pretty basic but very straightforward and easy to use. You can use it to toggle between one of 3 lighting presets, which can be saved up to one of 3 profiles. You can also adjust the speed of the animated effects, their directions, and adjust the brightness. You can choose between spectrum running, pulse, wave, and just static. Selecting a static color is a little inconvenient, as you have to put the mousepad on spectrum cycling mode and then pause on your desired color. But if you take the time to set up your profiles, you'll only have to do it once or when you want to change colors. On the other hand, if you don't want to bother with the software or you like making on-the-fly adjustments, the Draconem RGB also has 2 dedicated buttons for cycling through the effects, turning the lights on and off, and adjusting the brightness. This is a nice little addition that some other RGB mousepads I've used just don't have. It allows you to make quick, convenient changes to the lighting, but it's just fun to have something on your desk that you can play around with and click while you're waiting for cues in games or something. The lighting looks pretty good, it's nice and vibrant and gives off a nice underglow effect. There's also an illuminated Thermaltake eSports Dragon logo in the bottom left corner of the mousepad. The one complaint I do have with the lighting is the animation on the wave effect is kind of choppy looking. It could definitely be a little bit smoother, but other than that, the RGB lights perform flawlessly. Overall, the Draconem is going to give you a nice pop of color to your setup, and for a fraction of the price of its competitors with its price point of $39.99. Because of this, however, you do lose out on some of the customization and advanced lighting options of your more expensive devices. But if you're simply looking for a great quality mouse mat with some basic RGB functionality to give your setup a nice pop of color or lighting accent, the Draconem RGB is a fantastic way to get your desk glowing without breaking the bank. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about having a budget-friendly RGB mousepad. Consider giving this video a like if you enjoyed it to show your support, and if you're new here to the channel, I'd love to have you subscribe because I've got a lot more content coming for you in the near future. You can also follow me on Twitter at BrainBeanGaming to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel and be a little creepy stalker. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.